to grow. Well, Navin Singh Khadka is the environment correspondent for the BBC World Service. Thanks for coming in. Another piece of evidence, is this pointing to global warming?
Well, what they are saying is they're actually focusing on what has happened to vegetation coverage, plant coverage. And they've found that there is significant expansion. And not just that, they've found that plants are now growing at heights where they didn't before. And then it's just like, it's a massive area. So it starts from Myanmar in the east and extends up till Afghanistan in the west. So it's called the Hindu Kush Himalayan region. So it's a massive place. But what is very important here is what they found is this vegetation, the expansion now, it's 5 to 15 times more than what is the coverage of glaciers or snow there. Now that is important, and that's where experts are telling me, so are plants now competing with the snowfields, with the glaciers? And if they are, what does that mean? That's the key question.
Well, can you tell us what it means in terms of the neighborhoods, the millions of people that live around them?
So basically, now this is where it comes. So you've got plants there, and then because they were not actually researching the cause, but then they also are pointing out that past studies have shown that this is the place where you have seen more than average temperature rise, and as a result snow line moving up, so that's the appropriate condition for plants now to come up, and so on and so forth. But the thing is, what we need to understand here is this is the place, it's known as the water towers of this massive area in South Asia and Southeast Asia. 1.5 billion people rely on the water supply from this place. It hosts thousands of glaciers. Now the question here is, in the wake of global warming, we were already talking about, glaciers retreating, there will be less water. Now the question is, what will these plants do? And they're asking questions, will the plants now compete in terms of sucking in water or even evaporating, transpiring the water into the atmosphere? And will that mean less water? But again, the question here is, these are the questions that need to be answered, and therefore they're saying we need more ground studies in the days to come.
And do you think there will be more studies as a result of this? What's the reaction been to this study within the environmental community? Well,
up until now, you see, the focus has been on glaciers and glacial lakes, and that kind of really did kind of, all this research, they kept on doing that. But now what they're saying is this is perhaps for the first time in this scale that they've used thousands of NASA's satellite images beginning from 1993 up until 2018. Thousands of images, and for the first time in this scale they've studied the vegetation. So they are hoping that this will now draw the community's, scientific community's attention in terms of seeing what does it mean. As I said, the competition here is, and to some of the scientists who are not involved in the study, they've been studying this for 40 years, 30 years now. They are telling me plants are colonizing. Colonizing is the word, this what is supposed to be ultra-frigid zone. So therefore, they think that there needs to be further ground studies.
Because it's interesting, isn't it? Because a lot of people watching this will be like, well, plants is a good thing, surely.
Sure. You see, like, the thing is, look at the thing. So one of the researchers were telling me, like, so what she used to stand on was clean blue or white glaciers before. Now, glaciers gone, and you've got boulders, debris-covered boulders. And in that, if you've got a tiny bit of silt, they say, boom, you'll see the flowers, blue, pink, yellow. Beautiful looking, it's nice. But is that normal? And what is it gonna do to this fragile ecology? And the bigger picture is, what is it gonna do to the water resources? That's the question.
And it's quite striking, isn't it? Because people often think of sort of global warming in terms of, we're looking at sea levels, we're looking at ice caps, or we're looking at the coral. But this is a sort of slightly different way of looking at this area, isn't it?
Yes. So see, the thing is, there have been past studies also that what they showed was tree lines, for example, are also going up, moving upwards. And now they're talking about, it was not just the tree lines, the grass and also shrubs, so that you find above 4,000 or 5,000 meters higher. And this is interesting that as snow line move up, there's a gap there, there's a space, plants booming.
We're going to have to leave it there. Navin Singh Khadka, thank you very much indeed for coming in and talking to us. Very interesting and topical issue. That's just about it from me for now. Don't forget you can stay in touch with me on Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching. Do stay tuned.